It's Kevin back here at Wagons Garage. We haven't had a whole lot of updates here lately. We've had some editing software issues, and we've got video that we don't know how to download. We're just not quite smart enough to figure everything out yet, but if we get all that figured out, we'll get some more stuff downloaded. But for today, we're going to go over Jody's truck here. We've been working pretty much non-stop since the November, whatever it was, the Black Friday race. We've tore the old truck apart. We got all the pieces and parts off the old truck we needed. Of course, the engine ended up with a bent rod after the Black Friday race, or at the Black Friday race. So we've got the actual engine sent off. We got a mock-up engine in it right now. Trying to get everything built the way we need it. There's a few changes going to be coming for this year, other than just being a new truck, but the engine combination. Going to try to find a few extra horsepower, maybe make it just a little bit stouter. But it should be a really nice piece when we get all this back together. Should have plenty of horsepower to do what we want to do, and hopefully everything will work in our favor this year. We'll start up here at the front of the truck, which I'm gimping around now. But we changed the turbo from mounted sideways in the old truck to forward facing. It doesn't leave us a whole lot of room with this particular truck to do a forward facing turbo, but we did manage to get it all in there, everything plumbed up. We've got all the hot side done now on it. All that's fitting up really nice, and turbo's securely mounted. We've got the 5 going into 4 in a T for 2 4-inch side exits. We plumbed the wastegates into the regular exhaust. Got the fuel pump mounted. We've got worked on last night and got the scavenger pump mounted. We had to we used the same fuel tank out of the old truck, so we had to make some updates on it. Change the bung location. Went from a 12 to a 16, according to what we were told by the fuel pump manufacturer there. So we upped the size of the fuel line. Made different mounts for it. Just about like everything we've done so far is just changed it to this new truck. We put the tubular K member under the front with the rack and pinion steering. They tell us that's worth about 70 pounds off the nose. That's a big plus from what we had. Went with the tubular core support. It's chrome moly. We ended up chopping most of it out anyway, and had to remake our mounts and a few things on that to make the core support work. We gutted the fenders. They're just metal fenders with no bracing or anything inside of them. We I think they do make fenders for these fiberglass, but we really like the Racer Edge fiberglass for these trucks. The square body and the round body's they make really nice stuff. So we was really hoping they would have the Racer Edge fenders done by now. They're not, so we went ahead and just gutted the steel ones, and we're gonna have to add some stuff to them, which we've got some pieces already made up, because the Racer's Edge hood goes on back to the windshield, removes the cowl. We've done made some tin pieces to put in here to fill that area in. We just got to finish them and weld them back in. Got the motor mount, mid plate, front plate in. We never run a mid plate before, or Jody didn't run a mid plate before, so hopefully that'll help stiffening things up this year. Tubular upper and lowers. Got Minsker front shock support, which is all the stuff that he run on the previous truck. I think that's about it for the engine bay as far as everything mounted up in it. And we've got all the bumpers fit and fabbed up. All the mounts on it's there now. Fiberglass dash. The steering is all made up. We just gotta finish a few things on it and the steering will be done. We've got a couple little filler places for the fiberglass dash. We gotta do a little bead rolling on yet. Shifters mounted, dash is in, the Haltech dash, seats, both front driver and passenger seats are there. We've got to do a little fabrication for the passenger seat to come out because we're going to put all the electronics behind the seat. We had to do a little modification on the window net since it come back from Bivens, and had that done where he's got a little bit more arm room in the vehicle. We gutted bracing out of the doors, the crash bar out of the doors. It really wasn't as much weight as we was hoping to get out of the doors, but we got a little bit of weight out of them. Got all the tabs in over there for the electronics plate. We've got all the ground effects pretty much mocked up on it. We've got the most of everything done on the rear end area now. We got a few follow up and finish up things we got to get done, and hopefully we'll be by the end of this weekend we'll have everything welded and fabbed up and be ready to start doing body work on it next week. But we put mounts for the front and rear for the bed sides. We gutted the bed sides plumb out of it. They're just a skin on them now. We got the battery box in it. We've got the adjustable sliders in the rear. Everything mounted up on that. Where we got plenty of adjustability up and down. We can actually adjust the leaf spring angle if we want to. We've got some adjustability up here on the front for the front mount. So we can not only change ride height of the truck, we can actually change the leaf spring angle and have plenty of adjustment on this thing to try different stuff out, maybe hit the tire different. We've got the shock mounts all fabbed in. We got to do a little bit of finish welding on them. We got the anti-roll bar. We're going to get a couple tabs made to hook it up. Drive shafts made up and in. And we'll still get the drive shaft loop done. But it's coming along rather well. Just a few more tabs. We got to get the on-off switch. We got to get a bracket made to put the vacuum pump tank back here. We're going to put the transmission cooler back here. We're going to try to mount it up here somewhere in the bed, and I think that's going to get pretty much everything we got as far as needing to finish mounting everything in the truck. We coming along fairly good, I think, overall. I feel like we're way behind on it. Just a lot more fab work than I was expecting. The turbos, first time ever fabbing up all the hot and cold on a turbo and stuff. A little learning curve on that stuff. Not too big of a deal, but just time consuming. So we're really happy where we're at. We got a really nice piece, we think, going together here. It's just we're gonna be running really tight, getting everything painted on the truck and back together, wired, plumbed, before I think mid-April is going to be the first race we're wanting to hit with it, and we'd like to get some testing done beforehand. So we'll keep you all updated as we go here now. Hopefully we've got all our camera stuff situated out where we can keep you all informed what's going on. And thanks for watching. All right, we been working over the weekend on Jody's truck again. We've got back over here on the lift, and we was going to let everybody see what we got going on underneath the truck. First of all, we've got all the mounts for the ladder bar, or the leaf springs under this one. Cross member, all that's welded up, finished now. We've got the spring purchase welded on the rear end, that's done. The anti-rolls in it. The shock mounts are in. Our slightly modified battery box to fit the bigger Optima battery. We've got the parachute mount on it now. We've got ride height pretty much established, I believe, now. We've got some brackets made for the roll pan. It's coming along pretty good. We're working on the wheel tubs as we speak here, trying to get those finished up. Let's see, we've got moving forward, we got into the drive shaft loop. We got the drive shaft I think is all right now. The angle is off a little bit, or quite a bit actually. I think about 4 degrees down. Too much right now. We'll have to get some shims for it. I think everything's finished on the mount for the transmission. It seems like there's a lot more we've worked on this. So just when you talk about, oh, we got the kickers in for the bars there to stiffen the leaf spring up, make sure we don't bend that cross member. Moving forward, we haven't, I don't think we got a whole lot more done from the front where we was last time. We got the scavenger pump hooked up, turbo's all working, the lines, or turbo's all mounted, lines made up. We've got get some limbers on the front end. We think we got a plan there. We got the engine limiters up in here in it. Everything welded up on that. Just a little finishing there and it'll be done. But that is the update from after the weekend. We've started on here tonight and been doing wheel tubs, and Jody's been making some bars for weights in the back and this and that. So we're gonna get off here for now, and we'll get back with you when we get farther along.